welcome or welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things planning, journaling and stationeries. Today I want to share how my Filofax personal size planning is going. So I started using a pocket size this year, but around May, June I started thinking that yes, pocket size is compact and nice, but I really miss the bigger space. And now that I have a little bit of more extra time, I wanted some fun aspect in my planner, not just a very simple basic to-do list situation. So that was the initial idea, how I came back to my personal size. And it's been already a month, so I think I swapped the size like the last week of June, and now we are starting August, so I actually finished the whole 1 month with the personal size. So I just want to do a flip through of the setup and also share the realistic overview of how much I enjoyed or what I'm going to actually take it out because that's always the reality. So yeah, first things first, this is my Filofax Nappa. Unfortunately, this one is already discontinued. Big zipper pocket at the back and a pocket here. This version is unfortunately no longer produced by Filofax, but they have an upgraded version with a little bit of different leather called Lockwood. So if you're curious about this very simple setup, you can just check the Lockwood. So this is how it looks like. I just keep it very simple. I'm not a very decorative person, or I rather keep them simple so that it doesn't bulk up. So there's nothing much, just a simple card here that I use as a ruler. And every time it gets dirty or wrinkled up by some accidents, I just change to different cards. So my first section is always my monthly calendar. This is from Peanuts Planner Co. Actually, I need to change the tab to August. And any appointments or any date specific something comes onto here. And actually, this monthly calendar is the reason why I decided to come back to personal size. When I was using the pocket size, I was kind of like managing the pocket size monthly calendar. But when I actually saw this bigger space, I was like, why am I just trying to put everything in a tiny space? So yeah, that was the main reason I wanted to come back here. The second section is a weekly calendar. To be honest, these days I'm not a very weekly planner, but I don't know, I'm still hesitating to just take out the weekly section. So I actually simplified my life. So this is a simple week on 1 page. I used to do 2 pages, but I wasn't really using the 2-page spread. So I'm now just using a very simple insert that looks like this. This is from Elise Creates. And this is actually from Analog Galicia, sorry. Analog Galicia, and I don't know, I'm trying to use it, but as you can see, it's quite empty. So I'm not sure if I really need weekly these days, but I will see. And then moving into my daily. So this is the key components of my Filofax planning. The reason why I want to use Filofax, the ring planner, is that I can use as much pages as I want as my dailies. So I started using this from end of June, and because I came from pocket size, I thought 1 page a day would be a bit too much. So I started using this simple template that I made for myself that has 2 sections. So normally that was very enough. So it went on, and then when July really started, our boys started going to summer camp, and every week the program was slightly different. So pickup time and drop-off time was different depending on a weeks to weeks. So I really got lost. So I decided to use this one from Watch Becker Plan, the one that has a time schedule from 5 to 9, and then a section for to do. And I really like this format. I have used some different timeline one. That timeline is on the other side. So when I printed out this one, I wasn't sure if I like having a timeline on this side. I don't know, somehow I feel like timeline should be on the left and then to-do should be on the right. I think there are more of them like that, more spreads like that. But what I really liked about it is that to check my to-do off, I don't, even on this side, I don't need to take it out. And normally schedule is already set in the morning, so I don't really update this side. So yeah, it was actually a perfect setup for me. So I really enjoyed it. I have used a lot. I actually printed more because I really liked this. And then recently, so now summer camp is over and my work life has slightly shifted. So for the coming 3 weeks, I won't be seated in the office, but I'll be running around doing something different than my normal corporate job. So then I don't really need a timeline. There's not so much of an appointment. It's more like running to-do list only. So I took out this one. We're going to see how it goes. But I've already printed the other Watch Becker Plan timeline one. By the time I'm back in office, I would come back to this one. So yeah, this is a gorgeous aspect about Ring Planner, that I don't need to stick with one single format. So every time I want to switch, or depending on how my life is, I can always switch. And that flexibility is a great thing if you are also like me who gets bored with the one layout. So that's monthly, weekly. I mean, now weekly is a bit questioned, but my monthly, weekly, daily is the key components of my planner. As long as there's that section, I can survive my day-to-day as an adult life. Moving forward is I'm still experimenting, like some fun aspects that I like to have in my planner. So this, my wellness tracker is back. This is one of the reasons. So aside from bigger space, this is one of the reasons I wanted to come back to personal size, is that I was doing this last year and I really enjoyed it. But fitting this into pocket size was impossible for me. I mean, there are some layouts that allows you to fit 31 days in this style, but it was just so tiny for me. It wasn't really click with me. So I'm very happy to have this Mac. What I do is very simple. I just jot down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 the days of the month, and then this side is a mental tracker, this side is the health tracker, and every time I have something I would just jot down. And it's very simple, but it actually helps me just to monitor how my life is. I haven't updated the last week of July, so I actually need to do this and then move into August. And I color the full moon and new moon just to see if there's any relationship with my body or mental situation. I actually started seeing the pattern, having done this more than a year and a half. So yeah, this is quite a good, interesting observation. And then after this, I have this Filofax color as kind of divider, moving into a different section. So this was supposed to be my exercise tracker. As you can see, it's so empty. A, I haven't done much of exercise. B, I'm thinking maybe this weekly on one page setup is a bit too much since I don't do much. So actually I've been thinking I should switch to maybe a monthly, and I don't have a section for August, so I actually need to update. So yeah, you know, these things happen. I get excited, set something up, but if I don't use it, it's either to tweak or just delete the section. Next one, this is also the reason why I wanted to come back, is I really enjoyed doing vertical weekly time logging. This is what I was doing last year when I was using a personal size, and it just very easy way to track my life. But I realized by the time I actually started, I realized something. This year, I actually introduced this Traveler's Notebook weekly vertical. So then I already have something that tracks my life in a vertical format. Of course, what I'm doing, this is more of like journaling setup. I haven't updated for a while. But like doing two things at a time felt very hectic. So by the time I realized that, I kind of dropped the ball. So this has not been updated since early July. So yeah, this was something very fun last year, so it's a bit sad, but I don't think I need it at this moment until I drop the traveler's site. But I have already bought a dated one, so there's no way I'm gonna drop it. So this section, I think I'm going to take it out. Just keep the pages for the future when I feel like I want to come back to it. And then after this is a bit of personal notes, but I listed a few things I want to do with my kids or to cook with my kids. Just a few personal notes, nothing special, but just some notes just to keep my life going. And the last section here, this is something I shared in a previous video, that I'm still in an experimental phase. Actually, I kind of entered into a doubting phase, but because I dropped my Hobonichi cousin, but I really missed doing some daily journaling, I took out this Bindex cream color grid paper. This is actually a gorgeous cream color 3.5mm grid, something that I purchased when I purchased this personal size. And I'm trying to journal here, and it's great that because it's not dated planner, I can do 2 pages or only 1 pages or half a pages, or even skip a day and there's no blank pages. So in that sense, I quite like it. But on the other hand, somehow the journaling is different when I am journaling inside dated planner, meaning Hobonichi, and when I'm journaling in undated notebook. So in the past months, I've been just experimenting. So this is my Japanese journal. I also do journaling here in a traveler's notebook. So just to differentiate, this side is English, the other side is Japanese. And I'm really trying to enjoy this. But again, like what I'm doing here and here is almost the same. So more of brain dumping or just thinking about something, or mainly like, or what I'm going to journal in which notebook, kind of just, random thoughts onto the paper situation. And I kind of really miss a daily pages, kind of dated daily pages, where I would write about what I did, who I met, how I felt. And I'm really trying to make it happen on here, but somehow what I start writing is completely different when I am in undated pages. So yeah, July was my experiment month. I did quite a good pages. And my idea is, so now July is over, maybe apart from this one, which is half done, they are going out, because this is quite a personal journal. I don't want to take them out as much, because normally I keep my daily pages open in the office, so I kind of don't want to have my private thing lying around here and there. So idea is just to keep them in my clipbook. So yeah, I'm really trying to enjoy this, and to be honest, what I'm really noticing is nothing wrong with Clipbook. I'm going to use it as a binder to keep my used pages in any way possible. But when it comes to journaling, I think I'm really bound book style. So I actually prefer journaling in a book style. So yeah, we will see. I am still hesitant to say, you know, this is my journaling for this year or this, but I don't know. I'm quite lost this year. I shared in a previous video, but this year my journaling has been quite all over the place. And as much as I want to have one book of everything that's, you know, stock my life, now I have two set up and just trying to see how it works. Yeah, so this is where I am at the moment. But as long as I'm journaling, that's at least, you know, it's good for my mental health. So wherever it is, as long as I'm journaling, that's fine. So yeah, there was some benefit of journaling in my Filofax. There was time, I wasn't expecting to have extra time, but then I had some time and then I had the pages here. So I just had an extra journaling time while waiting for a meeting to happen. So yeah, there are good benefits of having like journaling dedicated space in Filofax. So we will see how it goes. So that's the current situation, and then there's nothing much at the back. Oh yeah, I even did a tracker just to motivate myself. Every time I do a pages, I will just give it a tick. I actually need to update this, but okay. And then just some extra pages to use it up. So nothing fancy. I'm going to keep it very simple. So now after this video, I think I will take out this vertical section. So it's going to be more slimmer moving forward. But this is where I am in terms of Filofax Personal. I am not regretting to changing the size because of this very flexible daily pages with ample space. And yeah, I'm very happy. I did like pocket size. I think it's cute, and maybe at some point I would go back. But for me, I commute by car, so the size of the planner doesn't really make much difference. Like I don't need to have a minimal size to carry around. So yeah, I feel like this is more preferred for me, my lifestyle at the moment. So thank you so much and see you in the next video.